Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. And I am so glad to be here each and every week. I do these lives, I call them Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. And I do them for a couple of reasons. It's been a few years now that I've been doing these, and I really look forward to them. The first reason is for you to be able to shift the way you look at your business, your vantage, if you will, and turn that into a competitive edge. A lot of owners, a lot of shop owners are so caught up in the day to day that they don't have the time to look at their business from that 30,000-foot view, that bigger picture view. It's hard to even see that at times. So that is an advantage because most aren't doing that. The second is giving you an action item. That's the reason for doing this. The second is that action item each and every week, something small, really causes a ripple effect in your business when you're consistent about taking action. That's where the magic happens. It happens in the doing, not just listening to me or someone else or reading a book. All of those things are great, but you have to apply it. So if there's a little bit of accountability here, knowing that I'm going to be here each and every week. 15 minutes a week is not a lot. To take that time, invest it in yourself, invest it in your business, your team, your coworkers. It's a great way to do that. So I'm glad to have you here, whether you're live or on the replay. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in because I will answer all of them. I will respond. So a common question that I get asked is, Marianne, who do you work with? And I work with single location auto shop owners. I find that they are in a place where many of them that contact me have reached levels of success, even milestones in their business, but now they don't want to sacrifice their personal life. They don't want to sacrifice their business, but they want a personal life. So that's where I come in and I help. So this week's topic is clarity isn't slow. When we talk about clarity, a lot of people think clarity is kind of like fluff. I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm here. Um, and it's a very quick answer. But I'm asking you to dive deeper. And if you find this valuable, please share it with another shop owner, a manager, a leader that you think it could help. This is a very giving group. I find that all the time. People that contact me or come in or make comments, they really are supportive and helping the industry. So let's get started. If you ever felt like slowing down to get clear feels irresponsible, then this live is for you. Most shop owners I talk to don't avoid clarity because they don't see value. They avoid it because it feels slow. And when vehicles are stacking up, phones are ringing, and your team needs answers, slow feels dangerous. It feels uncertain. So today, I want to reframe this idea that clarity slows you down, because what actually slows you down is skipping it, missing it, putting it off, all of those things. Here's what clarity looks like before it works, because clarity does work. It's a game changer. But here's what it looks like before it actually works: conversations instead of action, decisions instead of motion, thinking instead of tweaking. That's why owners skip it. That's why they put it off. They'll say, I'll do it later. But here's what skipping clarity creates. Think about this in relationship to your shop, your team, your day to day. Skipping clarity creates the same problems resurfacing. I hear owners telling me about the same problems over and over and over again. Decisions getting made multiple times. A team that waits instead of owning. They're waiting on you. Everything routing back to you. Every decision, every thing that has to get done, anything major, anything new goes back to you. That is not speed. That's friction disguised as momentum because you're moving, you're doing, you're busy, but it really isn't speed. Clarity only feels slow once when you're defining it. After that, it speeds up everything. The reason why I share this with you and I share this on the lives is because this is what I did in my own shop. I've had a shop since 1999. And what most owners tell me when I introduce this to a new group, here's what the resistance I get from people. This is so common, right? I don't have time to get clear. But here's what owners are really thinking. I'm used to being the answer. They are. They are used to. They're the go-to. So when you're the answer in your shop for everything, you feel needed. You feel important. You actually feel in control. So can you imagine giving all that up? That may not feel good, right? What is my role? What do I do if I'm not doing all of these things? If I'm not picking up all of the pieces? Is that relatable? Again, whether you're live or on the replay, let me know. So what happens is the business never learns to operate without you. And think of all the things that can happen, may happen. You've heard it happening in other shops where an owner has to step away, even temporarily. And I'm talking about because they have to. Things happen, emergencies come up, life gets in the way. And that makes it even more stressful for an owner if they have to step away, if they're not empowering their team. And then, right, wanting to take some time off. There are a lot of shops out there that haven't been able to do that. So clarity removes you as the constant solution. And that can feel uncomfortable at first. Perfectly normal. But it's the only way the business stops pulling you in on the day to day. So I want to give you a simple example here. This will only take you a couple of minutes. Think about a decision you've made more than once, not because it changed, but because it was never clearly decided. Your team may feel like there aren't rules or there are rubber rules, or it might change depending on the day, and that creates uncertainty for them. So think about a decision that you've made more than once. Maybe you didn't feel comfortable with it. Maybe it's something that you had to put off and you just made a quick decision temporarily, but the team doesn't know that. So when this happens, this is a clarity gap. And every clarity gap shows up as interruptions, rework, frustration, and even fatigue. It's draining. You don't improve that by working faster. You improve it by deciding once, clearly, So you have a clear decision and you implement something, you change something, and that's it. That's what it's going to be like going forward. And everyone understands it. It could be something very simple, opening and closing your shop, how we answer the phone, how we deliver the vehicle, the presentation that we give to customers. It could be a process or a system that we have in the shop, but you make a very clear decision that this is the way it's going to be. So here is your one action for the week. Ask yourself, what decision keeps coming back because it was never clearly decided? Write it down. That's your starting point. You're not going to try to improve 10 things. Just improve one clarity cap. That's it. For this week, improve one. Because here's the thing. When you make this decision to get clear, not only does it help a business owner, it helps a manager, it helps service advisors, it helps everyone on your team. It creates an environment that everyone feels good about being in. It feels healthy, it feels strong. And that's what people want. People want security. Having security is your pro thinking tip. So this is more than just you and your role. It's thinking about the entire team. It's thinking about who reports to you. So that's it for this week's Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. Clarity isn't slow. It just asks you to lead differently. And once you're in that place where you're clear, you'll finally get to breathe. It's a good feeling. So thanks for being here. Again, if you have any comments, I look forward to them and I will respond to all of them. Have an enjoyable week.